that.
Yeah, sorry about that. Joining the session in progress. You want to do a quick recap of what has transpired in the first part while I was dealing with technical issues?
Yeah, sure. So, we started we're on day one, with uh, uh, Myznar the Green, who is the son of the Gravelhide chieftain. I forgot his name. Pull that up, but the Gravelhide chieftain, who is uh uh very tough but loving. The kind of your dad's the one in charge thing, and he wakes him up. His father woke him up early and pushed him towards the the guild house of the Gruul, which is barely a guild house because they're barely a guild. Uh, in order to partake in the one tradition that all Gruul clan members have to take, initiation, where they are uh, all essentially like all of the fresh meat is like whether they are the young and uninitiated or the like outsiders coming in to be initiated and born anew are thrown into pits, buried alive, and uh, like if they can last as long as they can, they are retrieved from being buried, and their past lives are washed away. These are new people that have just come out of the ground, and no matter who you are in the past life, now you're a rank 0 grunt. And so he passed with flying colors, was the last one out of his uh, confinement in the dirt, which was a test of endurance, not necessarily getting out as quickly as possible. A few of the initiates just couldn't handle the pressure and fled, and yeah, he made it to survived to much adulation things. And as they were all leaving, his father held him back and told him that over the next few days, there would be plans to made raid the Celestian Red Pansy bake sale uh, of any goods that they might have, so that they could stockpile and sequester away to survive against this increasing the increasing issues with the overly like the the Boros that are seemingly more and more rowdy and uh aggressive. They doing less of defending the lines and more taking personal shot like personal like making personal attacks towards the Gruul. uh What do they stand from this? Who knows? Stand to gain from this other than territory? Who knows? But
Well, snacks also.
well, no, the Boros. But as we are now, on his first like evening of watch, Myznar the Green uh was being attacked by two uh is it weird, these kind of like electrical impulses animating these like fluid plasma slime.
Are these the same sort of weird that the Bulgart had to deal with on his session 0 with the where they attacked the train?
No,
Oh,
no,
I thought that was a weird.
that was an arclight phoenix,
Ah,
a living embodiment of lightning that the Izzet had created as a way of creating something that does technically have an infinite lifespan in the way that normal phoenixes do, but instead of being of an element like an avatar of fire, it is an embodiment of electricity. So it flew through the systems and fucked up the transport because it was literally made of lightning.
well, okay. Well, in that case, it looks like you've got this. I am going to mute and allow the session to continue without police intervention.
Yeah. So it is your turn again, but it does not look like anyone has necessarily answered your call to arm so far.
That's okay. I'm gonna take another swing.
Okay. Roll an attack.
16 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit. I want you to roll another one of those perception. Well, actually, first I want you to roll the damage.
Okay. 12 damage.
Okay, yeah, this one's still up. You slice through it, and like a good chunk of the plasma, just kind of like plops off and like drains down a natural incline, and it's just like it's missing an arm, but it is still up, and you did not see. Yeah, I'll roll the perception.
18.
Yeah, you still see like that, like vibrant, like the dark solid shape with like vibrant glowing, like still like swirling around on the inside of it. And now that and are you saying it like attempting to call for help, or still like attempting to call for help, or like were you going to do the one thing, like one call before you keep fighting it?
One call before keep fighting.
Okay, so it is now the weird's turn, and does a 15 hit?
No, it does not.
Yeah, you've seen that they're rather slow, wild swing attack patterns, so you can like weave out of the way, and you feel the sparks of electricity in the air as it passes by you. This is not made of nature. This is
It is an abomination. It needs to die.
yeah, it is your turn again.
Um, 19 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
9 points of damage.
All right. You take a swing, and yeah, you feel that same impact and the it all just lorps to the ground, and it the device, this one is still technically in one piece, but you see the very big part of the metal sphere, like with a like a wedge in it from where your sword hit, and it's sparking a bit more. I'm gonna check something. Yeah, and like eventually the electricity just kind of like fades away on both. Oh well, on that one, the one that yeah, no, on both of them, just kind of fade away. Don't have to deal with it. And then yeah, as you're done fighting and you come down out of your rage, and planning on staying in it as long as you can.
No.
The one of the other watchmen comes around. It's not the same one that you sent on, like that brought you up onto the watch. Comes around and like, hey kid, what you doing around here? Like, what's weird?
Aren't these weirds?
What are weirds? Like, he looks over at the pile of sludge that's kind of like it's began to seep into the dirt and kind of like become like a blue mud kind of thing with red, like the red accents from the elemental energies, and it looks over like, oh yeah, those balls, like those like the metal balls are weird. Like, were you attacked?
I was. I took care of the problem, though.
Right. Okay. Well, where's the Boros bastard that attacked you?
It wasn't the Boros, it was the sparky things from. Is it?
That doesn't sound right. Why would they be up here?
I don't know.
But you good?
Yeah.
Alright. And he heads back to his watch. And I want you to roll another D12.
Two.
So the let me you actually see the Goliath girl from before, like actually like coming from inside the camp towards you with like leading behind one of the large cats that you like that your clan is kind of tame. It just managed to keep like thing like it's nature, but this is still a very like it's like a natural bond between you and your clan and it, but it is still very much a wild cat. It is not domesticated in the same way that Selesnya are, but like the shamans and like beast masters of this area have like a pretty like have a pretty good like bond with it, and like it goes over and like curls up against your because you're a small creature, it's just kind of curling up and like laying down and curling up against your everything. So like it would be up to like somebody else's like waist, but because it is like it like you can just like you are full of like your face is like pressed up against the fur now. You're like, whoa, how are you doing? First night on the watch.
Yep, first day being full clan.
I know, right? Isn't it exciting?
It would be more exciting if I could get close to people.
Well, that's actually why I was here. You I was the like I still did the initiation, so I'm still part of the clan, but I was one of the first ones that had to like panic and get out of there. I don't do good in closed spaces. I guess that's why I'm out here in our precious rubble belt.
Yeah, I don't think that's it. I was the last one to get out.
Yeah, it was amazing. Lasted like that was cool. Like, I think Doofus thinks that you're just like being treated well because you're your dad's son, and I guess a lot of people still think that, but you're still cool. You did you like just because you the chief's son doesn't like that wouldn't have stopped like that itself wouldn't have been the thing that caused you to last so long without being able to breathe. What is all that stuff? She looks over at the
At the glorp.
yeah. It's settled into the mud, so she's specifically only just talking about the little metal balls.
I don't understand it, but I think it's something that the Is It created.
Oh, that. Mm. What would those be doing all the way out here? Like they're all the way back down there in the like the rest of the unraised stuff.
I don't know. But I had to beat him up.
Yeah, she's actually gonna go over and like pick up one of them and like look at them like, yeah. Oh wow, that you beat up these metal spheres pretty badly. That's amazing. It's kind of like poking her finger into the like circuitry that's in the balls, and like there's no electricity left in them, so she's fine. But yeah, right. But I wanted to come by and give you like a proper invitation because the others aren't good things. The group of us are gonna go out and head out to this huge party that's gonna happen this week. And we're not like we can't tell any of the adults because they're not gonna like they won't understand, and we just need to get like we're gonna go and like cut loose because like there's even like there's a difference between the whole Gruul like naturalism stuff. Like there's still rules there, and that sucks, you know?
Yeah, it is a bit confining.
Yeah, so like we're gonna ditch tomorrow. Are you in?
I'm gonna be sent out on a mission tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna ditch the mission. Are you in?
I I can't.
Oh.
It's foodstuffs mission.
Oh, are they like adults afraid of the Boros?
Not necessarily afraid, I don't think. I don't think that's it.
Well, we can just like go and hunt and stuff like that. Like we don't have to. I guess that's the mission. Yeah. Well, please, like I get that. I get it. You're like respond. Like I know, like the adults always say, like responsibility is cool because like it's cool to be Gruul, but just don't tell anybody, okay?
Yeah, fine.
Hey, appreciate it. Um, can you let Snubby stay with you for the night? Like he seems like he doesn't want to leave. You hear the cat like purr, like you feel the cat purring violently compared to your size, kind of like laying down sleeping.
Yeah, that's okay. Starts to pet cat.
She like just kind of like walks past and like kind of like head pats you, and then like heads like like runs hair through Mohawk, and then just heads back towards the camp. Roll a perception.
16.
Roll an insight.
15.
I will have to check because I didn't really I forgot this. Yeah, the spheres are gone from the piles, and you're fairly certain that she took, but she's already left the back to the camp.
Yeah, they're broken anyway.
Like, are the people asking me what the slime's about, or is that like because of the pose? Oh yeah, no, the slime is the leftover elemental stuff from the
From the weirds.
yeah. Like it looked like the electrical balls were animating the slime rather than the slime itself being like an animate thing. And so yeah, you spend the thing. Eventually, one of the adults comes by and lets you head back to the bed, and you get some sleep in. I want you to roll an animal handling.
I have that one.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, Snubby will come along and like curl up in like where you're bedding down for the night with sleep with you instead of staying out there on guard. And that's your relatively your day one because all of your stuff happened the start of day two, where in the middle of the like same kind of break of dawn, like 5 or 6, like if like 4 or 5 in the morning, I want you to roll a perception.
Okay. 17.
Yeah, there's some movement, especially the fact that Snubby's like been like kind of like rousing and up, and you actually hear like a bunch of like quieted, hushed footsteps, such outside of like uh area that you're getting, and like see like groggily through tired eyes, Snubby going out and leaving the your sleeping area and stuff, and um yeah, I'll say roll an insight. I know not every little thing needs to be a roll, but I'm just these are the stuff like the stuff for it.
3.
You're fairly certain that the camp is being attacked or invaded or such. Like these are like there's something going on outside that you don't know what it is, and it might be dangerous to the clan.
He's going to pick up his sword and run outside.
Uh, yeah, you come outside and you see the like the tail end, like right outside of the perimeter of the camp, like the last little bit of Snubby and one of the group from the earlier that was talking, slipping away outside of the camp. And at this point, you can realize that it's probably the group that are sneaking off to go and like screw around in the rest of Ravnica, like the ditch.
Make less noise next time.
Hey, shut up! Like you didn't see nothing, and they're heading out.
Yeah.
Uh, no, well, you don't actually see. He didn't actually see any what the like which people were things. He only saw Doofus and Snubby leaving, which would have been the fighter and the ranger companion. And so yeah, so with that in mind, uh, are you being particularly quiet after realizing that this was the group that was like leaving?
Yes, I'll be quiet.
Roll a stealth.
19.
Okay, yeah, you can like pretty easily make it back to your thing, back to your camp and get the rest of your like sleep in. So like in about 2 hours, uh you're kicked awake again. Hey,
Yeah.
it is your father, and it's like, Okay, change of plans.
Okay.
Like there's a couple of the youngins that are gone missing, and I need you to go out and find them because it's not safe out there in the alien looks around civilized world.
Uh-huh.
So you've got like I'm gonna send you off as much time as you need, and obviously come back and you need to they get the uh get the kids back as early as possible so that they're not in any danger. Like I know quite a few of them are technically uh clan members now, and they can do the thing. They've like gone through initiations and can take care of themselves, but it's the youngin that I'm worried about, fledgling that's gone missing too.
Okay.
Is there some part of this you're not getting?
Find the group that went missing, bring the fledgling home.
Bring them all home if you can.
Okay, do we have any idea of where they went?
No, they're just like gone in the middle of the night. Whoever was here to like cause something to happen was very quiet. Like it's almost like they vanished without a trace, or like they passed without. It's almost like they passed without a trace.
Hmm.
I mean, like you, like it's the group that, like a couple of them were the group that you were, like around when you came back to camp. Like, do you know where they were headed?
No.
Roll a deception.
I did not ever get the information of where they were going.
I'd still say roll a deception because you know more than you're letting on.
17.
He looks like he's about to raise an eyebrow, but then he just kind of like shakes the thought out of his head as like you kind of get the thing of like, oh, it's my son. Like of course, of course he'd never lie to me. And so like yeah, he hugs you, pats you on the back, and like, all right, come grab breakfast, and then like the group's gonna see you off.
Yeah,
And
okay.
heads out of your little area, and uh you can hear like a bunch of barking orders and such, and like the gnawing, like the chomping of meat back in the camp center.
Yeah, he's just gonna get ready for the day.
That you have, uh, like like almost all of the eyes are on you, and like anytime you like pay particular to attention to it, they look back to what they're doing. But like you are very much being watched by the clan right now. Like as you're about to like gear up to leave, like the old one of the elders, like old elder lady goes a bit. Good, go and get my grandson back, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get your grandson back.
Okay, he hasn't. He's only a little child. He hasn't even had his initiation back yet. Who knows what sorts of youthful antics could like, get him into trouble and in the rest of the city. He might not
Yeah.
even come back wanting to raise.
Now, who wouldn't ever want to raise?
That's what I'm afraid of. I'm worried he might come back without being recognized.
I'll get your grandson back.
I'd say roll a history check.
8. Nope, wait, 7.
Yeah, no, this checks out. Like old lady concerned about her grandson. She goes back to like huffing all of the smoke in around the fire that the elders do. And so yeah, like you're at the edge of the camp. Your dad like properly shoulders raised and like, all right, you have your mission, and I don't uh like I don't expect you to come back to me specifically until you get everybody back. Now, you can obviously like come back to the camp or any of the time, everything. But if I see you back at the camp without the rest of them, I am going to give you a swift kick, and then you are going to go back out there and find them. You get me?
Yes, sir. What if they give me any trouble?
Like, yeah, like these are like well, like if they're causing trouble and such, then like obviously just gonna like beat them into the dirt to show them who's boss. Me, and by extension, you.
Yes, sir.
All right. You still got your supplies?
Yep, I got the coins, I got the scroll. Am I
Right.
still going to the bake sale?
We'll talk about that later. Like you kind of need to get like them back first because like they need to go and help you. If you want to go to the bake sale, go ahead and like grab some food for yourself, I guess. But like, don't cause the big ruckus until you've got a team. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Actually, yeah, they might like if you can find them at the bake sale, like if that's like one of the things that they've gone to or like have been taken to, then all the better. So if you can make the raid happen, like you are you'll be doing like highest of praise. If you can't, bring them back here.
Yes, sir. And he's gonna go out into the great unknown, civilization.
Right. So yeah, as you like get to the southern part, um I do want you to roll a like you no I well first other things. You know that like at the lower end there is like a there is a line of camps that are along the edges of the red waste that are Boros watch patrols that even like you, as far as you know, that they're not necessarily explicitly against Gruul. Gruuls are still clans and such, but these are here as a militant line of defense against the raid and like the expansion of the Rubble Belt. So if like it's up to you on whether you want to approach them like pass through um uh what's the word, approach through diplomatically, you want to fight your way through, or you want to sneak your way through. If you're fighting your way through, I would say you would be facing down an entire camp of highly trained legionnaires.
He's gonna do his best to sneak through. If that fails, it's gonna be diplomacy.
Okay, I need you to roll a stealth.
Because he's so good at both. 18.
Yeah, you like you actually find this little alcove like tunnel underneath some of the rubble and ruins that was probably like a cellar back when this was still this was still like an actual building instead of things. And I want you to roll a survival.
Oh boy. 12.
There's some like overturned like chairs and like broken chairs and some and like a bunch of like glass bottles that are shattered and stuff like that, but like it looks like that all the time. And so you actually head through this little like underpass, secret passage found that essentially goes from like a ruined building up underneath and past the camps to like one of those like hatches that like side that are on the sides of cellars. You can get to the outside and you're past the camps. And so now you are in incorporated Ravnica. Do you have any first plans?
Oh. Don't know where they went.
But you know their intention.
Know their intention, but where?
Like at this point, are you gonna be um like aimlessly searching, or do you like are you gonna like formulating a plan?
Formulating a plan as best he can with an intelligence of 9.
Like, is that your intelligence or is that the roll?
That is my intelligence.
Okay, then yeah, like let me know like what you actually plan on doing. Otherwise, I will need you to roll on a random encounter. I'll give you all the time to think about it out of character, but
He's going to be heading in the direction of the bake sale, hoping to run into them over there.
Okay, so you're headed over to Precinct 3, which is the last thing. Yeah, just roll me like a general survival with how often has your character gone to like been like in Ravnica, like the Greater Ravnica, or has it all been in the Rubble Belt?
Not all in the rubble belt, but not very often.
Okay, then just a normal survival check to keep your bearing.
16.
Okay, yeah, you pretty straightforward. I should have pulled up the again. There's a you go you're going more like eastern, kind of across the Transguild Promenade, which like this far north, it's actually like a bunch of like people coming in and out of the entire 10th district. So like you see like overhead a bunch of transports um and people traveling that are coming into the uh city headed towards the borough sector. But after you get through, you go through the rubble and you get to this bit of a chasm. It's not a big one, but you can actually see stairwells such leading down and up from one side to the other that are actually leading down into the Undercity. Uh, you've gotten vague stories about it. You've been, like you said, you've been out and about a little bit, so you know about the Golgari and the other denizens of the Undercity who live a lot like you do in the Rubble Belt. It's just a lot dingier and grungier because it's like under it's the under it's a lot like it's a lot like going down into a sewer.
Ugh, gross.
But like there are small like civilian pathways across, or you could go down the undercity and then up in the other side to get into the like alleyways and everything like that. So which way forward?
I'm gonna try and stay above ground.
Okay, so you're going like on the treaded path that the other, like it looks like everyone else that are just in the city use and go through. The main roads, not the under road. Back.
Yep.
Okay, I need you to roll a d12.
5.
So this like as you go, you I want you to roll an insight.
15.
Yeah, like there's this, it's not necessarily threatening, but it feels like there's something in the air kind of thing, like something is watching you kind of feeling. And uh after a few seconds you can feel it, like it's like clinging like to your like 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 little shiver down your spine from behind you as you continue. Are you just going to continue down, or are you going to look back?
Just continuing down.
All right. Normal speed, or are you going to like speed up?
Normal speed.
Okay, yeah, you keep going, and like you can't stop getting your your heckles are just up. Like you are like it just keeps going. Keep feeling it, and it's not going away. So, are you just continue on with this like feeling in your on your back, or
He's going to assume that it's just a side effect of being in the city proper and is going to try his best to ignore it.
okay, yeah, you get your like you get into the actual like populated areas. The little bit of precinct 3 that you're in is actually called let's see, where is it? 5-3. It's actually called Beast Haven, and you see in the same vein as your clan and Snubby and everything like that. It's this weird mix of suburbs and like open plains that are like just kind of all arranged everything. So like there's like there's the houses that are actually like kind of like tree houses or like houses on the sides of trees rather than up in the trees and kind of like stuff. Like it's a natural neighborhood, but it is still way too put together for your for your guild's sentiment. And like just all of the other naturally like there's just animals around, and uh I would want you to roll an insight or animal handling. Like not necessarily you're dealing with these animals, but you're just like the closest thing to like it would be easier to see animal handling as an insight because these are animals. This is an insight, but for animals. So either one.
16 animal handling.
Okay, yeah. Like as you get closer to, like as you like walk past and everything, like you see uh like these are all like grazing animals and stuff, like uh cows, rhinos, various amalgamations between cow and rhino, like some of the bigger stags that have like not to hunt these ones because they've got like little like belt like of like um yoke stuff that like have like the lesbian iconography on them, which like yeah, sometimes sometimes the Gruul hunt them, but they're not supposed to, but if you can get away with them and stuff. But just like these various herd animals that are all in the same herd despite being different species, like a lot of them are just freezing and looking behind you. Like it originally it looks like they're looking at you, but like if you as you're paying attention and walking by, you realize that they're trained on something that like that is it's probably like the same thing that you're feeling. Like they are looking at whatever is uh like watching you from behind.
Now he will turn behind himself.
Yeah, this like blue and white spectral like phantasmal sheet with like raised arms underneath it. It's it's all like phantasmal, but it's also like vaguely bony and everything like that. You could wipe your hand through this entire thing and like it would be like mist, but it still also has like it's not necessarily completely formless, and it's like following you from a reasonably like it's a respectable distance, but it is still following you like with its hand outstretched and pointed to you. Like as you like stop, it is like it's slow and notice it is slowly making its way towards you. Uh but it has also like necessarily slowed so that it's approaching you rather than like just following along. What do?
How can I help you?
One of the one.
What?
Fate. And it's still pointing at you and it's still approaching you, and I'd say like within one or two more things it will have based with you. So are you doing anything else?
No.
So yeah, it gets up to you and it stops pointing at you because it would be like at that point it would be like pointing into your face, and it holds out um a letter. Like it's got an Azorius stamp on it, uh, and it is a letter.
I take hold of the letter.
Yeah, the letter is solid, and the second you grab it, it is now in your hand, and like the whole phantasmalness of the spirit kind of just like drop like loses its hold on the physical letter, like physical nature of the letter. That's great. In the chat. And so yeah, like it just kind of floats there in front of you, waiting.
He's gonna open the letter.
It like blue silvery statements and everything, and to whom it may concern, I forgot the name. 1 second, I have it here. Oh no, care. I am Gina. I work with the Azorius as one of their investigation and territory dispute specialists. No, not the. Yeah, nice. Not this time. I mean, yes, it is Catlin, but he doesn't know that yet. It has come into my attention that you have just recently left your guild's territory, and I wish to welcome you to the rest of Ravnica with open arms. You are more important than you know, and I hope that you will be willing to cooperate with the rest of the guild. While it is true that it is not necessarily true that all of us are all of us are terrible. Each of us has the potential to be terrible, and thus we must systematically fix it so that the people who the ones that we can say are terrible can be removed from their power. I am not necessarily at liberty to say everything I know, but continue on with your journey and you will meet people you may not see eye to eye with. Some of them are allies. Some of them will be looking for the same thing you are looking for. And some that are not, some that reveal themselves to be enemies are not necessarily are are not necessarily bad people. Please don't tell me you're illegible. Or
He is not illegible. He is not.
illiterate.
He is not illiterate. But it does take him a bit to read it.
Yeah. Okay. So, and if you would ever like to play cards, I am told that it is the new chess. If so, come by to New Prov at any time. But you most likely have plenty of time on your hands, so this letter will have to suffice. Yours truly, Gina. Yes, I was not going to add it until people in the chat talked, like people in the Discord talked about it. So, okay, yeah. With that, the spirit just kind of like fades back into mist, and the wind picks it up, and it's just gone. And you're standing there with a letter.
Goblin makes mailman follow him halfway across Ravnica just to deliver him a letter.
Oh, you're not even like a sixth of the way through Ravnica.
I know.
Yeah, close.
I know. Thank you.
Like, are you saying that out loud?
If the ghost is still there, yes.
No, it disappeared with the into the mist as soon as you
Okay.
pretty much got close to finish reading.
Huh. I'm important. Oh, okay. Now where are the rest of the people that I have to go kick their asses?
Yeah, actually, roll me a perception or investigation, depending on how actively you were over looking through this letter.
19. Perception.
Yeah, you notice there's actually a little bit of writing on the back of the letter, or back of the note that's in the letter,
Hmm.
and it's a list of like I wouldn't say addresses, but it's more like a list of vague landmarks. One of them is accurately describing what you would assume is what your dad was talking about, where it's the bake sale. One of them is one of them is an address. One of them is the address of New Prov. It's the and it's in quotations, it's the big triangle thingy from earlier, with a colon, and then if you want to play cards sometime. Uh, One of them is a description of a vast pit in the middle of the city that leads down into the dark. One of them is a small a humble small building uh with a bunch of armed a bunch of armed soldiers that are stationed further away from their home. And uh and then one of them is deep within the caves, uh among the simple living folk, a uh the place where the music rings clearest. And I suppose I will have to write it down.
Hmm. I don't think they scattered in the wind. So why are there so many landmarks? Yeah, the closest one should be the bake sale. So he's gonna head there.
Yeah, let me hold on. I want to mark these down before I.
Mm-hmm.
And they are going to change slightly because I cannot keep my own words. They left my head and now I've lost them, so I'm just a vague. Okay, so I have posted them. But yeah, you're headed to the big sale?
Yes.
I will... I do have some. Okay. I do want you to roll another d12.
1.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you get there, and it's much like I've described for other characters. It is a relatively humble suburban area, like wrapped around a vast woodland park that with or more of a cityscape kind of park with a very large tree in the center. The grounds among the park are filled with grass with various shades of color with herd animals like standing about grazing off to a side of that doesn't have the herd animal. Some of them are in pen with children riding atop them, and adults leading them around. Further in among the things are various carnival games. Test your strength. Uh, a dunk tank where an old elderly man is pointing and laughing at the children who aren't able to hit the targets. Uh, Various stalls with cake and pastries and other bake sale goods. As you come into this, are you being necessarily uh like what's the term, like, I guess casual, like are you attempting to avoid attention, or are you just um acting natural, because why would you hide?
Just going about my business.
Then yes, as you come up, this um middle-aged elven woman in a long white robe with green accents and gold, very bright or pale gold accessories around, and rather large hoop earring, a bowl cut with a larger bang swooping of things, with a blonde hair with a green streak going up and around the front of it, approaches you and, welcome to our festival. Can I help you, young man?
Have you seen a group of rowdy, younger, uh, Gruul members?
Gritting, roll me an insight.
15.
Yeah, this wasn't hard. It was just seeing like if you had possibly failed it, but like she's gritting her teeth and does not feel at all comfortable in the current moment of, no, if I see them, I will be sure to make a note of it. But right now, you're the only Gruul member here. Please come and partake of our festival. And normally we do offer uh we do offer our charity uh for to all, but right now we are currently in the middle of our festival of reinvigoration. We do so much for the community at large. We would hope that you would provide some. We would hope that our the community would provide back, and so donations are strongly recommended. Please come enjoy some of the food and such. And if you're not going to stop her, she's going to like take you by the arm and leading you around.
Fine, fine, fine. We'll go along. 5 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah, she's just like leads you around, pointing out various things, like um, very much like just like a tour of like from someone who does not want to give this tour, who is expecting you not to stop at all of the things, and is planning on like getting you to the end of the tour as quickly as possible. So, do any of the attractions or the food items or such interest you in any way? Alternatively, are you looking out for your anyone from your group?
Looking out for anyone from my group.
Roll me a perception.
15.
Yeah, no, none of them are there, and but you do see off in the distance, and it just for the sake of like a thing, off in the distance, one of the no, wait, that wouldn't have happened yet. So you're still relatively early. So, you see off in the distance a parade, just kind of going one part of the street to the other, and it is holding a few people up as they either watch the parade or wait so that they can cross the road. But nobody that you've seen that's part of your group. Do any of the any of the attractions or the food stalls interest you?
Not particularly at this moment, but he's making mental notes.
Okay, you're scoping the place out.
Yes.
Okay. Are you making it like are you like necessarily obscuring this at this um like course of action, or are you just kind of like being like overtly suspicious?
He's not going to try to be overtly suspicious. He's just like looking around and making mental notes of where things are.
Uh she actually stops and like she's still got your arm by her hand, which is surprisingly like a strong grip for what looks to be like a very feminine hand, and like look back at you and, please, if there's anything you want to know about it, don't hesitate to ask.
I'm just looking for people so that I can take them back to the rubble belt. They left without permission.
I will let you know if I see them. As it is now, you are the only one from the Gruul that has been around. Roll me an insight.
Uh, 13.
So it's not just the fact that she's gritting her teeth while she's saying this, but like it is like there is something more there. She is like lying through her teeth at like kind of like there is something that she does not want to bring up because it might keep you here longer.
Are you sure there's no other Gruul members here?
Yes, there's currently no one here, and again, like that's true, but like you can still also see that there and you can see there's no Gruul members here, but like there's more to it than that.
Are you worried about something?
No, no. Everyone is welcome to in the Selesnya Bake Sale and Block Party. Our festival is to foster community, and that includes reaching out an olive branch to all of the guilds, so that we might replenish the spirit of Vitugazi and and restore Mod Selesnya as vigor for the coming year. And that's all true, but she like you again you don't you're getting the concept that she doesn't like you. Like this is something that she has to put on her retail face to say to you. Doing a bad job at hiding it.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Wonderful. Thank you for coming by. Are you sure you don't want to want something to eat on your way? And like she kind of like drags you to one of the stalls.
No, I better go find the group.
One of the children's at the actual stall is, "You have funny hair."
Hmm.
Hey, Miss Wren, can I have hair like that? Like, no, absolutely not. And like, the kid just kind of like smiles and like, oh, okay. Where'd you get your hair done like that?
I did it myself.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
And they start like bunching
Hmm.
up their hair into like towards the top and like, how did you do it?
Mm. Yeah, it's fine. Uh, I don't wanna. I don't wanna bore you. I need to leave.
Oh, okay. And they go down and they pick up a cupcake and they offer it to you.
Yeah, one cupcake can't hurt. Thank you.
Yeah, and still like take it, and you still feel the firm grip of whoever this Miss Wren is, like gripping you and like, we appreciate your contributions to our festival.
It's always about money with you people. Here's a copper.
Yeah, you put down a zib, and the
Here,
kid,
here's a zib.
yeah, you take, and the kid takes it and like, yay! And they put it and they clink it in with the other thing, and like you feel the grip let go, and have a nice day. Thank you for for participating in our our in uh in our festivity. It is such
Yeah,
a shame that you have to go.
it's been fun. I might be back later. And he leaves.
Yeah. Like which direction are you heading? Now that you're like in the center, like pretty much in the center of Precinct 3, you could head back towards Precinct 4, which is back towards Gruul territory, or you could head down, which is heading towards Thorius, which is you can see the big 3 triangle pronged building off in the distance.
Yeah, sure, I'll pay a visit to the person who sent me a letter. Maybe they know where my buddies are. They found me.
All right, yeah. On your way, roll a d12.
4.
Okay, so yeah, on your way, you're getting to the edge of this list thing, and from behind you, like on the main thoroughfare that you're on, you hear this groaning and moaning, and it's slowly getting closer.
I'm gonna look behind me this time.
Okay, how many? There is one very gray, misshapen, but still humanoid. You still see like 2 arms, 2 legs, and a very fleshy body with a like a featureless golden mask on top. It's coming towards you, ambling on things, with a leash around its neck, further around back with a person dressed in uh black, gold, various ivory accents. And the fleshy massive thing is like coming towards you with a like a golden basin in its hands outstretched upward.
Yeah, no, going the other way.
Yeah, if you're going, you actually hear like back there, "Excuse me, that's very impolite."
Oh, great, it's talking. What do you want?
No, you look back and it's the guy that's holding by the lip that said that. And the only thing that the thrall has been saying was
What do you need?
and it's they're still like very controlled to you. Oh, it is very customary that one at least takes from the from our collection. The tithes are ever flowing. The gracious charity of the Orzhov. And yeah, if you're letting the thrall get close, are you letting them get closer again?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get closer, and this thrall is holding out a basin that's full of alms coin, and it has a little like now that you get closer, it has a little like dog tag on like on its collar that says just take one.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah, add one Orzhov alm coin to your thing. It's a copper, but it's a copper that can only be spent at Orzhov uh sanctioned businesses or services.
Well, thank you. I'm gonna go that way
Oh,
now.
yes, no worries about it. Just remember, it's only legal tender at Orzhov at the at the Orzhov Syndicate.
Uh-huh. Have a good day. And he leaves.
Yeah, and this guy, like, it's kind of that awkward thing where you say goodbye, but they're still headed in the same direction. But now he is no longer actively following you. He's kind of got his moment of, like, aren't I a merciful and just person giving away to the squalor of the street?
That only gets cycled back into my guild. Yes, yes, yes. You're so, so humble.
Yeah, he's gotten what he wanted out of that transaction. So yeah, he's leave like eventually like like it's still awkward, but before it gets even more awkward, he does turn and go off on a different thing, probably down to the he's headed towards the uh to the promenade like to the Plaza Avenue at the edge of the 10th district, whereas you're like still staying pretty much in district 2, in precinct 2. And so you're headed to New Prov then?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, if you're headed directly there, then yeah, you get through your things. And I've described it a couple of times, but the main commons of New Prov is a very large building with various open air skylights and such. It's not necessarily walled as it is much a very like the same kind of walkways and like business line thing or office line walls as a mall, but just on a grander scale, so much so that you still see like some smaller transport vehicles or beast burden going in and out and such. There's various um, booths denoting different things like personal information, business stocks, and kind of thing. This is a bureaucratic haven for just all sorts of this day-to-day hustle and bustle. Uh, and did you want to go to take your own time finding this address, or did you want to go to one of the help desks?
To the help desks. Pull out the letter.
Yeah, I want you to roll an investigation.
2.
Oh, yeah, there are a lot of lines. Like it is a very long line. You actually hear off in the off on the other side of this booth that you're trying to get to, you hear open spot, and you see like a bunch of people crowd into this line, and now it's suddenly very long line. Like you cannot find a line that is relatively quick or relatively uh open, and like you're just stuck behind people, and gonna be a while till you can get to the front for your thing, unless you want to jump the line and figure out their numbering system on your own. You stay in line.
I'll try to figure out their numbering system on my own.
Yeah, so the second you step into line, like 3 people like rush in to try and take the spot that you were at, and like it forms into a longer line in the direct as you get out. So roll me another investigation.
Okay, that's better. 16.
Yeah, it turns out it's pretty simple. It's just a numbering system, and you're at you're currently at the one that you were did you just currently you're at you were at 500,000, and so you just need to go 4,329 buildings that way, which is about 3 city blocks, until you can get to the agency that you were told told about on the list thing.
Yeah, okay, go into that way. 3 city blocks. It's
Yeah,
only
so,
like a that's only like a 5-10 minute walk.
yeah. You've done worse in the Rubble Belt when you were hunting. And so yeah, you like the time that you spent in the kind of thing in the uh the time that you spent in the line kind of like set you back a bit, so it's getting like more like towards uh like 12:30, almost 1 in the afternoon, uh just based on the amount of travel that you had to do like before that. uh but you get there, and but at this point everyone knows there's a very small humanoid, well, human for your sentiment, actually about your size, even though he doesn't have the green skin or something that, or even just like the weird pinkish skin that other goblins have, or the grays or something. This is a human, but it is the size of you. Like standing on his swivel chair, doing like kind of going absolutely mad over how fun all of this paperwork seems to be. And he looks over at you like, yeah, can I help you? Yeah, we've had a lot of visitors today. Well, this week.
Uh,
She just sits in her, like on her pillows and just stares off into nothingness. But wow.
I got this letter.
Oh, yeah. And here.
Yeah.
And he hands it to him, and I want you to roll a wisdom.
17.
Yeah, like there's something like there's some unknown reason you're hesitating. Like you don't feel like it's your brain that is telling you to hesitate, but like you shake it off and you hand it to him. It's like he like looks through it and like, oh, well, that's interesting. Uh, and he looks on the back and, oh, that's interesting. Uh, and you see him just like look up like past you at like 1,000 yard stare for a moment, and like like without saying a word or even looking at you, handing the paper, like trying to hand the paper back to you.
Takes it.
Right, so you're, and then he like blinks it off and like, right, so you're here to meet with the lady, huh?
I suppose.
Right, right through that door.
He heads through the door.
Yeah, so very, very large chamber. It looks like it doesn't even make sense why it would be like sectioned off by this giant door that's giant even for you. Like when I say giant, I mean like actual giant, like the large creature type that like seen them in like a person, like even one of like Borborygmos could fit through this door without having to like crouch. And you go through and like it's this vast thing, like pillars of like ivory pillars with arcane runes along them, and you see in the middle of it, that makes sense why this is a completely open space. Like this is a sphinx with I don't know how many you've necessarily seen flying overhead or such, but it large cat body, human face, wing. And it makes more sense as to why this is open air now, because it looks like this sphinx could actually like unfurl its wings and fly up out of this air quotes room and into the um and into the rest of Ravnica. Like that's how this Sphinx gets in and out of this room, and it's just laying on all of the throw pillows. Like, you cannot count the innumerable number of comfy cushions that this cat is sitting around. I ruined the alliteration, but oh well. And it looks for like it right now. It's kind of looking past you off into the distance. What do?
Are you J, 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 are you this person?
Are you holding out the like the letter to emphasize it?
Yes.
Yeah. You pass your like it like you like you hold it like the letter forward, and it's kind of goes past um one of like the letter kind of goes past one of the pillars and kind of nearby you, and the runes peh, the runes light up, and the like some of the words like all of the different things on the letter light up, and suddenly the Sphinx like turns its head and looks at you, and oh, and like you hear in your no, I was going for words starting with C. But yeah, looks at you, and you hear inside of your own head, yes, that is. Please come forward. Do you play cards? I have been told that people play cards more often than they play chess.
I have not played either.
Oh, what have you played? I do enjoy games.
I hit rocks out of the rubble belt.
Sports. Wonderful. And the pile of cards such that is there is replaced by a very large ball. To you, it would be a boulder. To her, it is a ball of yarn. And she rolls it to you. And I want you to either make a dex save or a strength save, depending on whether you are jumping out of the way or not.
18 strength save.
Yeah, you like hold your hands out, and like it almost feels like just the like the leverage you don't have against this ball is going to have you flattened, but you hold it and you stop it and things. Yeah, you have it there, and if you want, you can roll it back or leave it there. It's up to you.
He'll roll it back.
Yeah, if you roll it back, then she just kind of like swats at it like with her cat legs, and like it's about to fly into the pillars, but instead of causing damage, it kind of like puffs into magical dust and disappears. That was quite exciting. Thank you. I do not get out of my area very often, and most of the time people expect me to enjoy intellectual games.
I am not one for intellect.
Right. Then, in that case, I will be very frank. I have feeling that a lot of my explanation are not the bet for the bet are not the a lot of my explanation in my letter were not received well. I'm not trying to insult your intelligence, but I do use very large verbose words sometimes.
Verbo.
I am sorry for speaking too smart.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just here to look for some of my fellow Gruul clan members. They had some intentions, and we want them back before they get hurt.
We?
I was sent by my clan chief to come and collect them.
Roll a wisdom save.
I have a +0, and that's a natural 20.
You feel like this things is trying to read your brain, and you just kind of like do the trick your dad taught you of just like shutting it out, like veins popping out of your head, and suddenly the magic is gone. The things like the arcane stuff like glow down, and the Sphinx like uh crouches low, looks at you like directly in the eye, even from across the thing, and like growls slightly and please come.
Hmm?
This is information that that I am unable to share with the rest of my guild. It is of grave importance to the rest of Ravnica, and and I was hoping that I could use my uh, I could speak with you without speaking, but you are the most resilient of minds I have met yet thus far. Well, third most resilient mind I have met thus far.
Okay. Gets closer.
Like it is still waiting until you're like right up next to its face.
Closer, closer.
Yep. And like it is surprising that a big like something as big as this could make such quiet noises, but it's all no, not that's not the part, but it's a whisper of like it's almost like the opposite of like thaumaturgy. It is like making its voice quieter so that only you hear it, but it is outside of the outside of your brain, like audible. I have a gift of being or one of these unique. I have a rare gift among my guild. I can see what happened before it happened. There are several dangerous threats to Ravnica as a whole, and I have been looking and seeing, and I have seen your face among others as one of the ones that possibly might be able to prevent the fall, prevent Ravnica from falling apart. Would you be willing to aid those others? There is no guarantee that they would fail without you, but there is no guarantee they would that they would succeed without you either. You will find I can guarantee that if you do partake in, you will find the group that you are looking for and bring them back safely, even the one that was not meant to leave Gruul.
I have no love for the Ravnican way of life. That is why I am where I am.
You would see your loved ones be hurt by this cataclysm.
You didn't let me finish.
I am sorry.
But it isn't everybody's life. We can raise, you can rebuild, We we will always be at odds. But everybody has their place, and everything has their place. At least that's how I see it.
Yeah, the fickle but strong bonds of what allows Ravnica. What you or uh when you say your chief brings you to, I was unable to deeper, and I apologize. Invading base, it is how often I can. I do not way off as common as others. Are you doing this for their own benefit, or because you were told?
Both.
If they truly did not want to return, would you raise your arm against them?
Maybe one of them.
If it became necessary to raise hand is I using my actual voice. Your hand, like, even though, uh, and if the one you would not see harmed uh, came against you in violence.
I would hope that it would not come to that.
There may yet be a way to prevent. Do you still have the paper?
Yes.
So yeah, there's a little like mage hand that appears like at the little desk that's appeared between you and the Sphinx. There with like holding it out, to like holding the hand out like as if to expect it.
Hands paper.
Puts it on the table. Like Quill appears and starts writing more information on it. Uh, and so it's put in more basic terms when it's handed back to you of uh these are possible places that they could be. It's not that they are there. Oh yeah, that's pretty much what the Sphinx looks like. Except for the eyes. I did not realize something to the eyes. Uh no the eyes and no dual disc. I didn't realize that you did that to it. I saw that, but that's I was talking about the art. Anyway, that was us like screwing around in uh, Discord. Um, yeah, it's in more clear terms of these are like places that they could be. It's not where they are because there's no objective future yet. Well, there are futures that have to happen, but that's like her going off on another tangent. The point being that these are potential options. And it's one of like they're listed as there's something happening in the Dead Bridge, which is the bit larger entrance uh to the like to the Undercity over to the west of Precinct 1. Uh there's there is something important happening later on happening to the undercity of like underneath Precinct 3, which was the simple life leading to the clearest music. One of the ones about the large pit actually refers to either the Dead Bridge or Zonot 7, which is a very large sinkhole next to the Prism University, a place that's split half and half between. Well, it's mostly from the Simic Combine thing. Like that one's kind of marked as possible, like information is held. And at the bottom there is a symbol that she is vaguely unable to like properly define, but it is the Slactos symbol from Discord that we posted last time. That is a large amalgamation between the Rakdos and the Selesnya symbols. The home away from home one is the common fortress, which is next to the Dead Bridge, and it seems like a lot of this stuff is happening like around that like southwest section of the 10th district, and so like it's either like a lot of this stuff is either going to be happening in the Undercity or down there in the industrial section. Please do not show this. My guild does not often allow me to exercise my authority over mice because they have not happened yet, so there is no proof to my claim. It would be unlawful and unwise for me to enforce the law of something without proof. So I must ask you and others that are on this quest to protect Ravnica, or at the very least bring the truths of this matter to light. Some of which are involved in finding your patron.
Hmm. Okay. Hey, suppose I will go to the big hole in the ground that leads underground.
Where you go forward is up to you. I am only able to see the way. I am only able to point you in the right direction. Please have a good Uh, best of luck, and keep these secrets guarded close, even among those who would see South allied with would uh, would affect affect their judgment if they knew what was to come.
Okay. Eh.
I think about now would probably be a good wrapping point, so we can hop into the Eberron game.
Okay.
Since it's a
Yep.
good place to stop, he's got his quests, and now he's got some time to out a game, mull over which one of these potential futures that is laid out before him he decides to follow.
That's a good reasoning.
Alrighty. So do we want to pick up your session 0 part 2 on next same time next week?
That should work for me.
All right. So was it 11? 11 or 12? Cuz we started late today.
I will be like getting on and ready to do stuff around like 11:30 or so.
All right,
Like,
so probably sometime around noonish, we will be back with more of Myznar the Green, Session 0, Part 2.
yeah, which I do want to get him at least a little further before we get into the other one, because he might end up crashing into the party as well.
All right, yeah, because right now, Bolgart is at the beginning of day 3, right?
Yes.
Okay, and
Like at this point, he is
Andra
headed.
and Morin are still in the middle of day 2.
Yeah, like at this point, he was like Bolgart was like at the bake sale and was being accosted by flies. At which point, he headed straight back to Nivix.
Okay. Well, in that case, yeah, same time next week, and hopefully we can get you met up to the rest of the party, and hopefully by then I will have some proper not placeholder goblin art for Myznar.
Myznar.
Myznar, sorry.
Oh, Myznar. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. All art that we don't have like modified ourselves is property of wizards. We don't own anything. Don't sue us.
Watsy should be cool with it. If anything, we're showcasing their product. But yeah,
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah. Support your local game stores.
see you next time.